everybody. Welcome back to another episode. Now, we all have dreams and goals and things in our lives that we want to overcome, whether it is learning a new skill, overcoming medical issues, and for some, it's overcoming the fear of moving out of a small town of 3,233 people to carve out a path for themselves and take on the world, or at least Macon. Today's guest has, in fact, done all of the above. Her life, her medical story, her educational story has shaped her to the woman she is today. Everybody, please meet the Callie Lowery. Okay. But yeah, so what's up? What's your name, your major, and your favorite color?
Okay, so hello, my name is Callie Lowery. I am a neuroscience and Spanish double major.
Smart gal.
Smart gal. I try, hardworking.
Yes.
And my favorite color is pink.
If you can tell.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, let's get cozy.
Okay.
I would appreciate that.
There we go. Hopefully that's better.
Perfect.
Oh, okay, Slay.
Exactly. Gotta
Oh.
have it. No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's always
She'll be the queen.
exactly. So, Callie,
Okay.
you ready to get cozy?
Yes, always.
So, you are a small town gal. You're from Ocilla, Georgia, and the word on the street is that there is one street light for the whole town.
You know, there's actually two. So there's two, you know. But yes, Ocilla is a very small town. That's where I went to school. That's where I grew up. You know, the elementary school, middle school, and high school are all like in the same plot of land. There's a farm out back of the schools. And so, yes, very rural, very small town. Everybody knows everybody, so you can't get in trouble, really.
So tell me how that community has shaped who you are. Tell me the lessons that you've learned, and tell me who it allowed you to become to be, and like maybe the constraints that also happened. But
Yeah. So I would say Ocilla was a great place to grow up. I have learned so many things about like taking things slow, because everybody takes things slow. Everyone drives slow. Everyone, you know, does things just a little bit slower, a little bit like everyone knows everyone. So there's no really rush, which is kind of a very opposite thing from what I've experienced here at Mercer and other places in like cities and abroad and things like that. And so I really enjoyed growing up in Ocilla, but I never felt like that was going to be the place for me, because I just, you know, there's a certain type of personality and certain type of I guess person that you have to be in order to fit the small town stereotype.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just always felt like that wasn't me. And so I was like, you know, I don't know where I'm going to go one day, but I'm excited to go, you know. But I'm very grateful for all of the lessons that I've learned, especially with patience and hard work, because I was in them cornfields, girl. And, you know.
yes, please tell the crew about the cornfields.
The cornfields. So growing up, there wasn't really a lot of like summer jobs that you could do, where like other places that maybe that's a little different.
Right.
So it was either working at the Piggly Wiggly, or working in the cornfields. And I made the smart decision to do the cornfield 2 years in a row. And so it was actually kind of funny because everything was so under the table. We had like 11-year-olds working out there with us, like driving the tractor.
You know, the whole family.
The whole family, like we got paid under the table, straight cash. Like it was crazy. It was crazy. But basically, we would get up every morning. I would get up around 5:30 because I lived 20 minutes out from the school. So even more small, even more rural. And so I would get up at like 5:30 on a summer day. Get dressed, get my coffee, all the things. Get out there at least 6:45, 7 maybe.
Ooh, girl.
And then we would all grab a bucket.
Yes.
Grab a bucket, go on the trailer of the tractor, and drive out to the specific rows that we had to go for that whole day.
Okay.
And so our boss, which was the FFA advisor, Future Farmers of America, would tell us, okay, like go to this plot and everyone do 19 buckets of 25 ears of corn. So
Get to work.
everybody. And so I would take my bucket, go down the row of corn, and just snap off a good piece of corn, a big like thick piece of corn that would give you like more money.
Yes.
Because we were paid by production, not by the hour. So
the baddest corn on the floor.
Yes.
No.
All the bad corn, all the good corn. Really.
All the good, but
the baddest. So that would be what the mornings would look like, and then after you would get a bucket full, you would dump it on the trailer, and just keep doing that until you've tallied off all of your buckets.
Wow.
So then we would take it back to the canning plant, it was called, and we would shuck all the corn. So I'm talking like every day we would have about 2,000 to 3,000 ears of corn, and we would shuck it all by hand.
And this is like elementary, high school, middle.
This is high school.
Okay,
but
okay.
there was some middle schoolers there. Like
Just
I'm
a
not
few
even
that
gonna lie.
snuck
And it's like, okay, good honest work, but like
Hey guys.
it was definitely like a culture shock whenever I came up here and everyone was like, "You did what?"
Yeah.
Well,
I know when you told me, I said, "Was that illegal?" Or
No.
the FFA said,
Yeah. But
great time, great memories.
It was fun. And so then we would shuck the corn, and then once we shucked all the corn, we would wash all the corn, which is basically just running it over underwater and getting some of the silk off.
Yeah.
And then we would cook the corn, and then we would blanch the corn, and then we would cream the corn. And then after we creamed the corn, we would bag the corn. And then after that, we would clean up, and then we would start all again the next day.
So do you like corn now?
Oh, no. No.
Do you have like a trauma with corn?
It's funny because I never liked corn.
So you're just spending all day with
I
something.
never.
It's insanity. It's insanity, isn't it? Yeah.
I was just wanting to get, some money.
Cash. Exactly.
Whatever.
Exactly.
But it was quite funny. And so I did that for 2 years.
Wow.
And the corn season would last about a month. So we would get in, and the more efficient you were at your task, then the earlier you could go home. And so that was fun. That definitely like everyone thinks that's so funny and so like crazy, but I'm so grateful that I had that experience.
Right.
Because wow, that taught me so much about hard work, work ethic, the value of $1.
The value of $1, the value of production.
Everything, time, just a lot. And so also how to work with other people, because there's a lot going on in that situation. But
Yeah. So you get to Mercer. You're at a much larger town. Still a smaller town, but a much larger town. It's bustling. Everything is like 2 minutes away instead of like 20.
Yeah.
And so you get here. This is everything you've wished, everything you've prayed for. The ball is now in your court, right? Tell us the lessons, the memories you've learned. And of course you have a bunch of them. But tell like how coming from those two different areas, the experiences that you've been able to have because of like you stepping out on trusting that you could be in a different town, in a different space that you weren't able to before.
Yeah. So, my first memory, I know as an RA, Dean Pearson talks to us every year, and he's like, think back to your first day, move-in day of your freshman year. What were you thinking? What were you feeling? All the things. And so, I remember moving into Plunkett Hall for OSP and MMP week, Opportunity Scholars. And so I was moving in a week early, but my roommate was already there because she had band. And so her stuff was already moved in, and she did take the better side. But what can I say? It's okay.
First come, first serve.
That happens.
Exactly.
And so I was shocked at how small it was. I'm a first generation college student, so I didn't really know what to expect. So we moved all in, and then somehow in there I broke my roommate's lamp. And I never even met her before, and I had to send her a text and be like, hey Queen, I gotta go to these meetings that we have to go to, but I promise you I will get you another lamp.
Pending.
Lamp coming soon to a theater near you kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? So we really bonded over that. Thankfully she was the best person and was just like, oh yeah girl, it's fine. But it is a funny little thing.
Yeah.
And so I remember the first week I was like, okay, this can be interesting. You know, I try and make friends. And it was definitely a little different because I feel like, especially for freshmen, the people that you're initially friends with is not really the people that you're going to stay with.
Never, ever, ever, ever.
And
ever.
so, yeah. So, it was definitely a new experience, very jarring. But I never cried about missing home. I would never felt homesick.
Yeah.
And that was something that I was, you know, happy about.
Yeah. Because I'm not crying.
It's like, girl,
wait,
you know, I might be crying, but not about that. You know? So then, as freshman year went on, I really wasn't involved that much my freshman year. Because I really didn't know what to do. Like,
I'm just here.
I was just floating around doing whatever.
Yeah.
And then I remember I was talking to my mentor at the time for the OSP thing, Opportunity Scholars, and he was like, "So, like, what clubs are you in?" I was like, "Well, I don't know."
I'm just kind of here existing
no,
in
I'm
the
just
context.
like, I'm just here, you know, I'm just here. And I was like, "Well, shouldn't you do something?"
Yeah.
Well, maybe, yeah.
but
So, you know, but I was like really stressed about grades and like that was my main focus back then. I mean, it still is, but you know,
it was like I
like,
can't fail. I can't
do it because everyone already thinks that I'm dumb because I'm come from a rural area and I
so
talk
I have
slow,
to show everybody.
So I have to show everyone. No.
Yeah.
So, I was like, and plus I came in as a bio major.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not that different now.
Yeah, but it was like
there's a lot going on.
Yes.
There's a lot going on, and so I was like, okay, well, I'll just join Spanish Club and La Mesa, the Spanish table talk. Because I have to get extra credit for my class.
Literally, might as well.
And so might as well. And so, freshman year I just kind of like coasted by. And there was a point where I was like felt so anxious all the time because I was like, I don't know if there's a place for me here. And I was like, well, I don't want to go back home to the cornfields.
So we must find something else.
And I really don't know how to transfer out of here, and plus, where would I go?
Yeah.
You know, and so I was like, wow, like, what am I gonna do? So I was like, you know what, just cry and lock in real quick. And so,
Callie, your favorite thing.
Cry and lock in. And so then one day, it was in the spring semester of my freshman year. There was like a bunch of times where like I didn't get into the sorority that I wanted to, and I didn't get accepted to the peer advisor position. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like
do y'all hate me?
Like
or
what is going on?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think I'm like a good student and
Yeah.
everything, and like all the things.
But it's
and
not adding up.
But like there was like not the puzzles weren't matching up.
Right.
So then my roommate was like, you know, a lot of people know you, Callie. Why don't you run for SGA? And I was like, what? I was like,
what's that?
You think I can get in?
The girls actually like me.
Yeah. Oh, well, you know what? And so 5 minutes before the form ended,
Crazy.
I filled it out with the crazy headshot that like I didn't really. It was not professional at all. It was just like a.
It's me.
You know, whatever. And so I was like, oh no. I just submitted it. Now I actually have to lock in.
Now I actually have to do it.
Because it's more embarrassing if I just like don't do anything and just like sit there and like, oh my gosh. So I went to the qualifications meeting and I remember Rylan was taking the roll.
Yes.
And he was like, Callie, he was like, oh, you're Bennett's mentee.
Yes.
And I was like, well, yes.
That's me.
Well, yes. And so then I remember like listening to all the rules and I was like, well, I'm not going to spend any money on this.
Don't have any money.
And I was like, I'm not going to print anything out. I don't have any chalk. So
just going to try my
just
best.
hope, prayer, and something else.
And
you know,
vibes.
pixie dust, something. And so I just posted on social media and I was like, hey, running for sophomore senator. If you want to make the votes tally, vote for Callie kind of thing.
I remember
you know what
that.
I'm saying? And so thankfully, I was really nervous because that year there was 5 seats available and 7 people running. So 2 people weren't going to get it. And I wasn't on SGA the previous year. And I was like, well,
guys,
okay.
is it going to be me?
So then the banner drops and I was like, boom, I got on second seat. I was like, oh, period. So that was like very, very good, very good. And so I was like, okay, well, you know what? I'm locked in for the next year. I got something to do.
Right.
So,
I I have a purpose.
I have something. I have a community to work for.
Yeah.
So, and then around the same time, I got accepted to be an Opportunity Scholars Ambassador or mentor.
Yep.
And so I was like, oh,
Perfect.
okay, period. Okay, period. So I was like, okay, well, you know what? Maybe those rejections were just redirections to bigger and better things, which now knowing they were. And so my sophomore year, I spent the whole year mentoring 6 different girls from all different backgrounds, all different areas of Georgia, some from different countries.
Yeah.
And that really...
6.
Oh,
Okay.
do I need to stop yapping?
I'm gonna go a little bit faster.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, basically, that was my freshman year. And then sophomore year, it opened up so many other opportunities because I really put all my effort into SGA and then into being an ambassador. And then I applied to be an RA, and I got that. And then I went abroad for Mercer on Mission. And I got the Gilman Scholarship for that. And so going abroad, that was my first time ever abroad. I went to Mexico, had the time of my life over there.
Mexico!
It was so fun. And then I was like, you know what? At the end of my sophomore year, I was like, well, you know what? Let me just run for senator at large.
Yeah.
Let me see where that goes.
Thinking big.
And so then I did and used the same strategy as I did my freshman year for sophomore senator. And I got leading senator at large. So basically the senator of the senators.
The top dog of senators.
Yes, and I was like, wow, this is like a quick turnaround from freshman year kind of thing, given the time frame. And so then I did a study abroad to Cuba for global health. And then I did another Mercer on mission to Vietnam, helping amputee victims in southern Vietnam and treating orthopedic issues and problems. And so that was a whole nother thing that opened up my eyes to the world and just the possibilities. And then now I'm just, and I also was the youth engagement coordinator, one of them for Mercer, which is the community engagement volunteerism kind of board for Mercer. And so that was a good experience. And so now I'm vice president of SGA, and also an RA again, Mercer ambassador, Mercer on Mission ambassador.
Hello.
Trying to get people abroad and engaged in cultures and serving people. And so, yeah, that's my very, very brief, very brief synopsis of my time here at Mercer.
So, amazing.
Yes.
So, now we're going to get a little bit deeper.
Okay.
So Joe's going to bring in the jackets.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to talk about, obviously, like, more.
Yes. Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Yes.
Sorry, I'm a yapper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, you can get this one.
Oh, okay. And if I need to go faster, just like
Speed, dog.
speed it up just a little bit.
So
Where
yeah.
oh
is it zipped?
oh it is it? Okay, there we go.
Boom, 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 boom. So this part of the show is when we get a little bit deeper. We talk about the more emotional parts that happen in like someone's journey, because obviously you build who you are, but some things it's like I didn't expect that to happen. So okay, so you are the walking example of what it means to not give up on yourself, to keep going, because honestly your freshman year you could have been like, you know what, everybody said no, I quit. And a lot of people would, they'd be like, you know what, I don't even care. And like you said, like you could have transferred, even if it was like you figured out how to transfer, you could have left.
I could have.
You honestly could have been peace out, girl. So from the beginning, not only just like with your medical trials and tribulations, with your like religious trials and tribulations, and like just being a girl in the world, trials and tribulations, you've basically seen it all through all that. There's a saying that at one point in your life your scars become art, and like they become a part of you, and it's a beautiful art mosaic. And like you get broken, you put it back, you stain the glass, and it's beautiful in who you are. So how are you wearing these scars and lessons, and how have these things pushed you to the woman you are today?
Oh my gosh, there's so many things that I could talk about. So coming to college, I'm a first generation college student. It wasn't really encouraged for me to go to college due to, my family's religious preference. And so I was just encouraged to stay home and, just go and preach the religious news to everybody. And,
the good news.
the good news to everybody and try to convert people. And so I'd always considered myself to be a very religious person, spiritual person, very valued my connection with God. And so I was like, well, I have a gift, which is, my education.
Yes.
Why would I stay whenever I can go and get an education? And, maybe, because I never wanted to be in a position where I would have to depend on someone else for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And so really, for me, an education was the best way to accomplish that.
Yeah.
So I had lots of different meetings with people, the head people of the church, my family. They were like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Like, this is not pushing yourself toward, salvation.
Right.
Basically. And so basically I was just like,
Well,
I
girl's got a dream.
I appreciate the talks and everything, but it's like, just because my journey is a little different doesn't mean that it's wrong, kind of thing. And so that's just kind of, I had to just gussy up and do it myself.
Yeah.
And so I came to college, and that was also a big stressor freshman year, because I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing. What can I do? What should I do?
What should I do?
What should I be doing, kind of thing. And it's like, I can't really call anybody for comfort, because it's like, they don't really.
Exactly. Well, then come home. No.
No,
That's not
actually
what I was
the worst thing.
I actually wasn't saying that. I was just, never mind, bye.
Yeah. So there was a lot of times where I felt like very alone.
Yeah.
And so then freshman year, I was kind of working through that too, like, do I believe this anymore? And it's like, well, if I don't believe this, do I believe in God? Well, yes, but no. And it was like a lot to figure out and a lot to process. And so whenever I got on SGA, I was pulled back again and was like given this big talking to of like, you're associating yourself with bad people. Bad associations spoil useful habits, kind of thing. And so they're like, your morals have changed. You have turned to the world, kind of thing. And it's like, well, if it was like, I haven't changed as a person.
Yeah.
So why am I, being looked at as this bad person just because I joined an organization?
Yeah. Who are situated and founded on helping students.
Yeah. And so that was a big contender. And then finally I just had to, say, and it was very difficult. I was just like, I don't know if I believe this anymore.
Yeah.
And that was very difficult for everyone in the room and my family to kind of still kind of come to terms with. But it's like, just because I think differently, I think of God differently, the world differently, people differently, doesn't mean that it's wrong.
Yeah.
Just the way that, the way that they think is not wrong.
Yeah.
And so that was like a lot to process and get through, as well as keep on top of school, on top of, SGA then, and then mentoring other girls.
Yeah.
And so that was like a very like man versus self kind of conflict.
Text the world, text the self.
Yeah. It was a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful that I went through that too, because it was like resilience is key.
Yeah.
And it made me, I think, closer in my relationship to God, because it was like, well, no, the God that I know can do this.
He's a lover.
Yeah.
He said, go explore the world that I created. Amen?
Amen. And so it's just like, it's allowed me to think differently and to like love other people better, I think, because it's like, I understand what it's like to be like just completely everywhere and nowhere all at once.
Yeah.
And it never want anyone else to feel like that. And plus, you never know what someone else is going through, because no one else knew besides the people that I told, which was like my roommates and maybe one other person.
No.
And so definitely grateful for that experience. Even still, even though it's a little bit hard sometimes, sort of like, well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing, and it's like, oh, I know you're proud of me, but you won't like say it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's been a difficult thing. And then going to Mercer Mission, Vietnam, that was a great experience, but the road to get accepted to that was quite difficult, because I had put in my application, whenever you apply to Mercer missions, you have to state, well, why do you want to go?
Yeah, and Mercer mission is one of the most competitive ones, or the Mercer mission of Vietnam. Like 100 applicants minimum.
Yes. And so in my essay, I was like, oh, well, I want to, help the people of Vietnam, just because I was helped, years and years ago, because I was born with. Okay, I was born with a condition called arthrogryposis multiplex congenital, which is a big word, just for saying like, oh, like my joints and muscles and bones are a little bit deformed, but like we're Gucci.
You're a good girl.
Yeah. So I was born with no hip sockets. My foot was turned all the way around, and like my hands were like this. So there was a lot going on.
Baby girl.
Yeah, there was a lot going on. But thankfully, I've had like years and years and years of surgeries and therapies and like all the different things, operations to help me get to where I am today. And so throughout my life, I knew that I had to, I knew that I had to work 110% harder than everyone else. But it wasn't until I got to college whenever I really realized that.
Yeah.
Because growing up in the small town, everyone knew that I could do everything. It just may look a little different.
They've seen it though.
Yeah, they've seen it.
They were there from like the beginning, and it was like, okay, girl, like just she may do it different, but Callie gonna get it done.
Yeah. Like I was in that wheelchair, but I'm also doing all this. You know
Hello.
what I'm saying?
They said, oh yeah, she's gonna figure it out. Don't even worry.
One thing about it, I'm gonna figure it out. And so I knew that coming into college.
Yeah.
But then. Okay. I'm gonna try to hurry up. But then coming to college, it was like no one had ever seen that before, and like people have like their little internal biases and whatnot. And so I had explained that that was one of the reasons why I wanted to go on the Vietnam trip.
Yeah.
And so I had to like reach out for an interview because they never contacted me about one. And then whenever I went to the interview, basically the whole interview was just about what I can and cannot do. And I was like, oh, well.
If you ask anybody else, you would know.
Yeah. And the thing is that I was like, well, I've been on Mercer Mission Mexico already. I do this, I do that. I'm an RA. I have to put up bulletin boards. I have to do this and that. I worked in a cornfield.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like, it was definitely, but once I got there and I, like, pushed myself 110% harder than everybody else, I would stay in the lab, learning these skills and making sure that I could do it appropriately, because these are other people's lives. I did want to take that seriously. And so there was a lot that I put in. And then once we got to Vietnam and I was like doing everything, it was like attitude shift.
Everybody on mute? Right.
Yeah.
Right. Anything else?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And so it was so wonderful, to help other people, not in the same way that I was helped, because we were not in the same situation, but I can understand the importance of having independence and wanting to walk and do all those things. And so it was a beautiful, beautiful trip for me to go on. And I think it showed to the faculty that were there too. And so, that was a wonderful trip. And then now because of it, I am a Mercer Mission ambassador, because in my journal I was like, this was just a full circle thing for me. And so it was just amazing. And
So we have 1 minute left.
Yeah.
What would you say to the young girls from the small town communities who are always being questioned about their like abilities, or any young women? What would you say to them today about taking on your dreams?
Oh my gosh, you can do it, girl. Like, you will cry, but it's okay.
Big girls cry.
Be yourself throughout every aspect of your journey, because your people and your community will find you. And, people love genuine people. And for me, it sparkles. I love glitter, sparkles, everything. And so, like, that's a trademark for me. And just know that, where your town won't wait for you, the world will. And and
like that.
And just be yourself and always do something for other people, because that will make you a better person and will allow you to experience the world how it should be. And so don't stress about it, Queen. You got it. And if you love your hometown, great, stay. If you don't, there's a whole wide world out there for you. And, you know, the world is your oyster, and you are a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pearl. So never forget that.
Beautiful, Callie.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Of
Thank you for
course.
so much for being an inspiration to everybody. And I love you so much.
Oh, my gosh. I love
and
you too, girl.
I appreciate you so much. And I think you are the best vice
you.
president in the world.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes.
It's great.
Well, that is it. Goodbye, dudes. Yeah!
Yeah!